In this video, I'll be giving you 6 fragrances that will have you standing out in any crowd. If you want to know what those fragrances are, keep it locked. Welcome back, guys. Glad to have you, and we diving right into these fragrances. So the first one I want to mention is an honorable mention. Again, these are fragrances that will just have you standing out in any crowd and just grab the attention of everybody in that room. So the first one again is an honorable mention, and that is none other than Parfums de Marly Layton exclusive. You would have seen that in the thumbnail. Now this fragrance, the first time I smelled it, I was blown away by how complex and how much depth this fragrance had. Now, we all know and love the original Layton. It's just a classic, a timeless fragrance. Everybody, well, not everybody, but most persons love it. It's just something that you have to have in a collection. But the Layton exclusive is more for persons who are really deep into fragrances because it has some complexity about it. I know most persons are turned off by the civet note, which is, gives off that animalic touch to it, but the fragrance itself on a whole, it just has, depth, layers. It's very captivating and intriguing. So you wear this in a crowd, people are going to turn their heads and, try to identify who it is smelling like that because the scent is just so captivating. So if you have never smelled this fragrance before, I don't suggest you blind buy it. Get a sample, see if you like it. Because it is polarizing, but again, it has that potential to have you standing out in any crowd because nobody else in the room is going to be smelling like that fragrance. So trust me, all right? Okay, so let's get into the actual list now. The first one I want to mention, this fragrance is a sweet rose warm spicy tobacco fragrance, and it's blended so well. One of the best fragrances I've smelled in a long time. And big up Randy one time. This fragrance is coming from the house of BDK Tobacco Rose. Tobacco Rose. What a beautiful fragrance, guys. Trust what I'm telling you. This fragrance, again, is blended so well. It's so artistic. The composition is just one that will really have you scratching your head. Big up to the perfumer for this fragrance. I can't remember his name right now, but whatever. This fragrance is going to have you standing out in any crowd, guys. For one, the performance is really good. And again, the way this fragrance smells, it's going to turn heads. Trust what I'm telling you. And again, nobody in the room is going to be smelling like this. I can guarantee you that. So the rose is there. That warm, spicy element is there as well. The tobacco is playing a nice role here, giving it that earthy, smoky kind of touch. Guys, this fragrance is off the chain. Again, one of the best fragrances I've really smelled in terms of the composition, the artistry, the way it was blended. It's very smooth, it's very well crafted. So guys, you want to stand out, Tobacco Rose by BDK. So moving on, this is our next fragrance that I consider very unique, and you are definitely going to stand out because it smells so amazing. This one is coming from the house of Nashane, and this one is Fio Flames. Alright, so this fragrance here is a sweet, woody, coconut rum whiskey type of fragrance. And again, I did say it was unique. So this particular one is the X version. So for this particular video, I would recommend the original one. So the first Fio Flames, to stand out, I would say go with that one because it's more potent, it's more aggressive, it's more, it has a bigger presence. Right, so everybody's gonna notice you with that fragrance. It's very potent, right? So that's the first version. This one you can probably get away with that too, but you're just gonna probably have to overspray because this one is a bit more smooth. It's a bit more laid back. It has some flowers in there that kind of rounds off the edges, so it's not as aggressive as the original Fio Flames, right? But for this video, we dealing with the first one. I just don't have a bottle of that one for demonstration purposes. But again, you like that whiskey rum vibe, like coconut, is very tropical. I consider this fragrance very exotic. So this fragrance, that I was telling someone yesterday, it reminds me of the couples retreat when they were between the two islands. So one had this, this big party going on, everybody, enjoying themselves, dancing and so on by the sea. This fragrance gives me that type of vibe, it puts me in that kind of setting, that atmosphere. But anyway, you could basically wear it anywhere, but it's very upscale. And again, it is a fragrance that will really have you standing out from everybody else. So that's what you're looking for. Check this one out, sample it, see if you like it, and go for it, right? But the original one, the first one. So the next fragrance up on the list, this one is a warm, spicy, vanilla, musky, powdery fragrance, all right? So that word is in the name, and this one is coming from the house of Frederic Malle, and this one is Musk Ravajour. Musk Ravajour from Frederic Malle. So this one, again, is another fragrance that has some uniqueness to it. The blend is nice, the composition is nice. Again, it's a musky fragrance, but it's powdery, it's sweet, it's smooth, it's warm. It has a standout vibe to it as well. So you rock this one. Again, people are going to be turning their heads wondering who is smelling like that. It's so warm and so inviting. It's going to really, you know, draw persons to your space. People will come to you and try to have a conversation with you just because you're wearing this fragrance, right? They're not really interested in you per se, but the fragrance, the sillage is drawing them in, right? This fragrance has that effect. It's really blended well. Big up to Frederic Malle for this fragrance. It's one that I sampled a while back. Big up yourself, Ayana. And first time I smelled it, I really loved it. So definitely had to get this in the collection. But again, standing out and being the best smelling person in the room, can't go wrong with Musk Ravajour from Frederic Malle. So this next fragrance, I'm dropping one designer in here, guys. You know, we had to put that designer in here, but for me, this is one of the best smelling designer fragrances I've smelled in a while. And we're talking about Hugo Boss Bottle Absolute. Alright, Hugo Boss Bottle Absolute. This fragrance, guys, as I mentioned, really nice fragrance, done well. So this is a amber, balsamic, smoky, patchouli type fragrance. It has some resemblance to Carlisle from PDM Red Tobacco. It's in that vein. If you have never smelled it and just trying to get an idea, but for a designer fragrance, it's done so well. And some persons still not onto this as well. I don't know, but if you never smelled it, if you never got your hands on it, guys, this is something that will have you standing out. Trust me, wear this to a function, you wear this to a wedding, you wear this to whatever, some work line, whatever the case is, you're definitely going to stand out with this. The performance is very good, and it just has a nice scent trail. So you're going to leave that trail, and people, again, you're going to be wondering who is smelling like that. They're going to trace you down, track you down, try to start conversations, etc. because it has that, again, intriguing vibe to it, smoky element, that earthy vibe with that patchouli. It's just done in such a way that really leaves people asking questions of who is smelling so good. So yeah, you don't want to break the bank with all the niche fragrances, and you want something more affordable. Check out Hugo Boss Bottle Absolute. Trust me, real divine fragrance. You're going to enjoy it, and persons around you are going to enjoy this fragrance, and you will definitely be the best smelling guy in the room with this one. Alright, so we're drawing near to the end, and the next fragrance I want to mention, this fragrance is an amber, fresh, spicy, warm, spicy, aromatic type of fragrance. The first time I smelled it, I was very impressed, and immediately I was like, this is a fragrance that will definitely have you standing out in a crowd. So this one is, alright, so I only have a decant here, guys, Outlands, and you see where it reach. Almost finished. Straight off the bat, one reason you are going to be probably the only person wearing this fragrance in an event is because it's very expensive. All right, but it's done so well. Yeah, it's very interesting, you know. It's unique, but it still has an appeal about it. So it's gonna raise some eyebrows, and it's gonna resonate with people around you. They're definitely gonna remember you because you've been wearing this fragrance. Trust me, it's one of those fragrances that will really grab attention, and you're definitely going to be the best smelling person in the room with this fragrance as well. Crafted well, blended well, has a very interesting scent about it. I haven't smelled anything like this. It's not out there that you cannot appreciate it, or it's not so complex. You know, most of Ammoage fragrances have that type of standoff effect because of, you know, the ingredients they use and so on. It can be too incensey, too smoky. This one is not like that. This one is actually more mass appealing in my opinion. So Outlands from Ammoage, another one that will have you smelling like the best person in the room. And then the last fragrance, one that most of us would know. Once you're into any kind of fragrance content, you would know this one, but this fragrance is still a fragrance that I'll recommend in situations like this if you want to be the best smelling person in the room. So this one is Oud Satin Mood. Oud Satin Mood from Maison Francis Colognes. Again, a well done fragrance. It's hard to beat this one, guys. So this is a rose fragrance, right? I have some flowers in there, I have oud in there, but again, it's blended well, composition is really nice. There's just a level of appreciation worldwide for this fragrance, and it's warranted. I could totally understand. It lights up the place. The performance is very good, and it has an appeal about it as well. And yeah, chances are you are the only one wearing this in most cases, not all, right? But definitely is one of those fragrances I recommend if you really want to be the best smelling guy in the room, the best smelling guy of the night. You know, you want people to remember you. This is a fragrance that will leave those indelible memories upon people. All right, so those were the, well, 6 on the list and 1 honorable mention. Those were the fragrances that will have you standing out from everybody in the crowd. All right, so if you have a list of 5 or 4, whatever, that you think I probably could have mentioned, that you suggest, that would definitely give that effect, you can leave it in comments. Looking out for that. It would be interesting to see what you guys have in that list there, but definitely these fragrances will do that for you. All right, so if you like the video, drop a like on the video. I appreciate it. Thank you in advance. Looking forward to, you know, having some conversations in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Really hope it was helpful in some way, and you know how we do it here, guys. Stay fresh, smell your best, and I'll catch you in the next video. So until then, I'm out. Peace.